So before I start this video, I just wanted to quickly apologize because I have not been doing a very good job of uploading every Thursday on this main channel as I said I would. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but it actually was one of my New Year's resolutions to be uploading every single Thursday for this whole year on this channel and every Monday on my second channel. And if you're following me, you will know that I have not been doing that. So I'm trying to change that. I'm actually going to be pre-recording a couple videos to help myself get started. So yes, this is my commitment. In the future, you guys, my goal is to have a video up every single Thursday, and even if I'm crazy busy that week, I'll pre-record it and pre-upload it and then just have it automatically sent out on Thursday. So that's my goal. We'll see if this happens. I'm going to try my best though. Hello everyone! So today we're going to be talking about pro-life books. And so when I say pro-life books, I don't just mean books that specifically talk about abortion and the pro-life movement. I'm also talking about books that address the issues surrounding it as well. So starting out, I'm actually going to be naming off 4 different books that I personally recommend. The first book is a book called Abortion by R.C. Sproul. This book is absolutely amazing, which is why it's the first one on my list. The reason why I bought it in the first place was because R.C. Sproul is one of my favorite writers, and the fact that he wrote a book about the issue that is so close to my heart really inspired me just to pick it up and read it. Now the reason why I love this book so much is because R.C. Sproul does an amazing job addressing the theological, ethical, and even political questions surrounding the issue of abortion. And his goal is to explain this issue, as it says, a rational look at an emotional issue. He does a wonderful job addressing the issue of abortion without trying to grasp at the emotional aspects of it. Because let's be real here, there's a lot of emotion in the pro-life movement, and I understand that because it's kind of an emotional issue. The fact that people are murdering their own unborn babies is something to be sad and to be angry over. However, at the same time, I think sometimes we need to realize that when we're addressing someone who is about to have an abortion or who advocates abortion, we need to address them in a way that is not emotional in anger, but emotional in love. And so that's what I love about this book so much, because R.C. Sproul presents the issue without any driving emotional anger. Instead, he presents it very, very clearly and concisely in a way that anyone can easily understand. And so especially if you're struggling with understanding certain aspects of the pro-life movement, I would totally recommend this book for you. Because I've been studying the issue of abortion for a long time, and I feel like I understand most things. However, R.C. Sproul was still able to clarify a few aspects for me, so that when I do talk to people about this issue, I'll be able to answer questions much more clearly than before. It is right now one of the top pro-life books that I recommend. And I'll be putting the links to all of the books that I mentioned in this video in the description box below. So this is the first book. And the second book is another one that is directly related to the issue of abortion. It's The Unaborted Socrates by Peter Kreeft. Now, I feel like I may have recommended this before. I don't remember. I may have. And the thing that I recommend so much about this book is just the fact that it addresses every single question that surrounds abortion and the pro-life movement. So in this book, there are a bunch of different discussions going on between Socrates and somebody who is for abortion in some way. And the thing that I love about this book so much is because the questions that the characters ask are very real, and I get asked these all the time. And so the main character in this book, Socrates, he responds to them in a very, very open, in a very honest way, and a very logical way, which really helps me. And so here, all these arguments and the discussions and his answers to different questions, they show you very, very clear ways to respond. And so this helps me a lot whenever I talk to somebody who's pro-choice or pro-abortion, because it helps me to be able to answer the questions they have very, very truthfully in a way that makes sense. It's actually one of the very first pro-life books I've ever read, and so it's very close to my heart, and again, I'll put a link in the description box so that you can see where you can buy it. The next book kind of spreads out the horizon a little bit. It's called Passion and Purity by Elisabeth Elliot. Now, you've probably heard of this book. I just read it within the past week or so, so it's still fresh in my mind, and I absolutely love it. If you want to read my thoughts about this book, then check out the description box below, and I actually wrote an article on my blog. Now, it's true that this book does not directly relate to the pro-life movement. However, it does address the issue of purity in relationships between men and women. And when I say purity, I'm not just talking about sexual purity. I'm talking about having purity in your mind and in your heart as well. I love this book because it tells you a lot of how you're supposed to act as a woman and how you're supposed to act as a man. And understanding the different roles, I feel like, is very important when it comes to relationships between men and women. I could go into this much more. However, I won't. So again, if you guys want to read what my thoughts are on this book, I put it in my blog, so you'll see the link in the description box. Also, if you want to buy this book, it's down there too. I just want to say this book actually has really changed me a lot. Because before this, I didn't understand the relationships between men and women. And honestly, I still don't. But it did help clarify a lot of things as my role as a girl. So guard your hearts, girls. And I totally recommend this book because it really helps showing you how to do that. Okay, we're going to move on now. And the last book I don't have to show you physically. And the reason for that is because I found it online and I was able to read it for free, actually. The book I'm talking about is Don't Waste Your Life by John Piper. So I'm going to put a link down below. If you can't buy any of the books I just showed you, then there is a PDF, a free PDF online. It's not illegal. It's on his actual website. And so I don't even know how to explain this book in words. It is amazing. This book really challenges you not to waste your life and spend your days serving the Lord. And so if the other books that I had recommended in the past, Do Hard Things and Start Here, if they didn't inspire you to really strive to serve the Lord throughout every aspect of your life, this one definitely will. So again, you have no excuse not to read this one. If you can't read those, you can read this one because it's for free. So check out the link below and let me know what you think in the comments below for all 4 of these books. And if you guys have any books that you recommend for me to read in the future, please also leave that in the comments as well, because I find that really helpful. So that's actually all I really have to say now. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you found this helpful. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys next week with another video. Bye!